Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jamie with Lost Boy. We are going to be spilling some more tea today. Keep in mind that these readings are general collective messages, so please only take the messages that resonate and drop the messages that do not. As always, I do want to say thank you to all the support out there. It really does mean the world to me. It allows the channel to grow, and it gets these messages out there to others who need it, so thank you. Switching things up today, only because, as I predicted a couple of weeks ago, that with my medication change, I would probably undergo a really bad flare-up with my immune disorder, and it's happening, so, yeah, I don't feel 100, but I also can't just sit around and do nothing. So, this is the compromise. Alrighty, universe. What is the tea for today? What is the tea, universe? We have the Five of Swords. Somebody here is willing to win at all costs. They do not care who they hurt. They don't care who they victimize, as long as they're the ones that are left standing with everything in the end. Judgment in the reverse. Somebody here who does not take accountability for their actions here, under some kind of illusion. You know, I never normally get this message with this card, but I feel like somebody here is feeling like they can do it better. Or they can find somebody else who does it better. Take that however it resonates. The Knight of Swords. So there's communication. Somebody wants to get something off their chest. It needs to come out. The time is now here with the Knight of Swords. This is imminent news. Fast approaching news. Communicating. I feel like this person here who's unwilling to give up their position, they're going to be receiving some kind of news here. Or maybe it's a reality check. Right? Because sometimes sometimes information doesn't come from somebody else. Sometimes it comes from within. So, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, somebody here is headed for a loss because they don't take any accountability for their actions here. Probably thinking that they can do better or get better or find somebody who does better and take it however it resonates. But now they're headed for a loss because they're getting a reality check that maybe that's not the case here. But they're in denial. They're not seeing the truth of all their misfortunes at this time here. And I'm seeing this Knight of Pentacles right here. Death card. Something's coming to an end. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody being impractical. Not willing to think about something. Not willing to think something through. This is also like somebody here who, like, when the going gets tough, they're nowhere to be found here. Right, that's the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. That's somebody who's afraid of hard work. They're not committed to the long term. The Devil in the reverse. It's breaking free from some kind of shackle here. From some kind of contract here that was only serving one individual by entrapping somebody else. Falsely entrapping somebody. Somebody could be finally breaking free from this. Maybe that's the news that they're communicating. I feel like somebody here is separating from this individual. Ace of Pentacles and the Four Swords. Somebody here is going to be given an opportunity to rest, to contemplate, to heal. I feel like the universe is reaching out and saying, yo, you have a chance right here, right now, with this news that you have. Are you gonna do the right thing? Are you gonna do what's best for you? Are you gonna break free from this contract here that's been holding you back? Or are you gonna continue to allow yourself... I feel like I'm speaking to an individual here who is being very, very stubborn. And I'm not trying to throw shade at somebody here. Maybe somebody here is really deeply rooted in their pride. They're in their ego. For being given a time out. Tell me more, universe. The Knight of Wands. It's somebody taking some kind of action. I don't like how both of these knights are going backwards, though. I feel like somebody here is regressing. They've been regressing. Five of Cups, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords. It's like if you want to build a better life, you need to take your peace elsewhere. Maybe somebody here is finally doing that. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody here knew that they were taking something here from somebody. That they were not acting as an equal with this individual when they entered into this contract with them. Six of Cups. This is some kind of news about the past. Somebody is seeing where they went wrong in their past. I feel like karma's catching up to somebody. Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is leaving behind an impractical person here who was never really committed in the first place. Somebody here that doesn't follow through. They like to rush things. Right? And that's what somebody in the Five of Swords energy can do. That maybe doesn't give somebody enough time to contemplate their options. Somebody could have been forced into some kind of contract here. And now somebody's breaking free from that contract because they're realizing there's been no benefits to this contract here. Whatever the contract was. And take it however it resonates. Somebody is now heavily thinking about their past. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Somebody's now given an opportunity to recover from this. Me, I feel like somebody did this to somebody, and then they just got their own karma. Because I feel like I feel like the message is kind of for somebody who is doing this, but I also feel like it's for somebody who this has happened to, all at the same time. So I'm wondering if whatever this person did to somebody, maybe they entrapped somebody here in a false contract for their own benefit. And then they left thinking that they could find something else out there that was better because, hey, if I was able to entrap one person, what about the next person, right? It's giving me like, people who get into relationships for just money. A gold digger. You know? And I feel like they got played. And now they're contemplating their actions and how they got to where they got. And now they're trying to break free from a contract that they got themselves into, thinking that they had the upper hand, but instead they got played themselves. And now the universe is giving them a way out to rest, recover, contemplate, to heal, to ascend, giving them an opportunity to be in their King of Pentacles, to do something the right way, to rededicate themselves, to their morals, right? Because Pentacles is all about morals as well. It's all about our values. What do we value? Tell me more, universe. The Tower and the Star reversed. And the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck still. There is going to be a dissolution here of something here that was built on false pretenses here. Somebody is unshackling those chains, burning it all down with them as they leave. Somebody here is not going to get the recognition that they thought that they were going to get. Somebody is, or at least they're going to be receiving some kind of negative attention, some warranted negative attention. This could be the truth being revealed and exposed as well about something that happened in the past. And now everybody around this person is going to start looking at this person differently. And maybe being questioned. And that could be the case as well for some of y'all. Tell me about this Five of Swords and Six of Pentacles universe. They were working so hard to try and take something away from somebody, to use somebody. This is like pulling out all the extras, being a victim, right? This person's constantly a victim, right? They work so hard, they put so much effort into holding their position to make sure that they always win. King of Cups in the reverse. The Ten of Swords. Somebody is definitely... They're definitely stuck in their pride. They're in their ego. They're not being considerate of other people. It's me, myself, and I. And yes, when it comes to personal life and manifestation, absolutely we should be thinking about ourselves, right? But if you're messing with somebody else's free will, right? And I say that because when you put illusions, or you lie, or you manipulate with your emotions, or whatever, right? It's all messing with somebody's free will by being dishonest, by not being upfront with your intentions. Those are not clear intentions, and that breaks universal law. Now somebody here is in their feelings here. Maybe this King of Cups in the reverse, this could be somebody here who weaponizes their emotions. With the King of Cups in the reverse, this is somebody here who also needs constant attention and validation from the outside. You know, it's like you get up from the couch to go take a piss, you know, and like they get mad that you didn't give them a hug and tell them goodbye, right? For those 2 minutes that you were going to be apart. And as I say that, cards go flying. We have the Fool card, the Five of Wands. Somebody's going to be really fucking pissed about this, that somebody here is taking a leap of faith in a brand new direction. Somebody's being left. Somebody is leaving this person behind. They're like, no, I'm sorry, you need to deal with your own problems here. King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Somebody's going after their happiness. Somebody is recognizing their value and their worth and what they bring to the table here. And with this Three of Wands, somebody here is no longer waiting. They're no longer waiting. They're planning their next step. They're planning their next move. Somebody here is going to be receiving some kind of negative attention, or their plans are being spoiled here. Because they didn't honor their value. They didn't honor their value or their worth here. They didn't believe in themselves. They misuse somebody's compassion here. There is going to be conflict here because I feel like whoever this person is, they're not gonna take this separation or this dissolution of this contract pleasantly. They're not. Somebody could even wanting to go back to return to something here, just because it's right on top of the Six of Cups. Page of Swords. And the Death card. The news is out. Something here is done. Whatever this false contract is, and I've been probably talking about it for weeks now. People are just grabbing at straws at this point. They know their time is up. They know. These people know their time is up. They know what they did was wrong. They know it's all out in the open. They know they fucked around too many times. Right? It's because they got so full of themselves. So they thought they could do it to you, they could do it to somebody else, they can do it to another, they can do it to another, right? And it just piles on, and do you think that, like, that energy is not going to catch up to you? The universe will give you so many different chances here to open up your eyes. The Lovers, reversed. It's a broken contract, y'all. It's not supported by the universe. Somebody broke contract. Somebody broke universal law. Do what ye want, as long as ye harm none. Right? You could do whatever the hell you want, as long as you do not harm anybody. And this person harmed them with the intent. It's like lifting themselves up by pushing people down too. And it's like now they're probably getting a dose of their own medicine and they want to run and hide, but I don't feel like they can. Because I feel like their past is coming back to haunt them. Somebody is done with this. They recognize their worth, their value, they're going towards their happiness, they're no longer waiting, and they are taking a leap of faith in a brand new direction. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Scorpio, because we had the Death card a few times. We have Scorpio again with a Tower card. We have a Capricorn here. We also have Libra as well with the Six of Pentacles. I have double Capricorn with that King of Pentacles. And I also have Aries here. I also have Sag as well. And Aquarius. I pretty much have almost everybody here at this point. So don't get too hung up on the signs. But yeah, that is what I have for y'all. I'm sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will talk to y'all. I will be back tomorrow, y'all. Ciao.